Aha! Water!
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Bird. Book. Excuse me, Lord Mortimer. I'm just going to take this. Yes. I'll also have that jelly. Yes. Jelly. Oh.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I found out nothing. I haven't even left the room.
I'm listening, Louis.
I've got nothing. I have a culprit.
I'll be in touch as soon as I have any more information.
It was George Washington. And what do you have the basis off of? He looked at me weird. He's never looked at me the same since he murdered that woman. Well, that doesn't it?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Oh, does it give me randos? Oh. Oh. That one I'm not going to be able to guess. There's so many four-lettered words. You'd be surprised. Yeah. Nope. Golden elixir is in abundance here. Hold on, let me investigate. What's this? Oh, a key with a water symbol.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
So I got a water-shaped key, eh? Oh, that's where that goes. Oh, now the whole place is starting to flesh itself out. So investigate Adam's death is a really bland order. Maybe I just start barging into people's rooms. I'm gonna go check out Elizabeth's room, eh? It's not gonna... Oh yeah, there's Elizabeth's room.
Monsieur Johann van Vollendaal.
Yeah, can't investigate him yet. Alright, let's go see the murder. Although, that being said, her room was pretty much a mess, so I kind of already had blood in it, so I really don't know what to expect. He's not standing directly in front of her room, but...
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular?
Ooh, yeah.
Next to Elizabeth's room?
Look at those inquisitive eyes.
No, nothing special.
Really? You do look dodgy.
I'd have thought this is not really the shortest way to get to your suite.
Yes, I wasn't really looking where I was going. I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my
No,
room.
that's dodgy as shit. There's no way people in this house get that lost. They're all too fucking intelligent. I just wasn't seeing where I was going. He took something. He was here before me. It looks the same! How can we prove there was a murder here? Things could have been so different if I didn't go for the easy lay. Oh! Yeah, I don't see anything different here. It looks just about the same. She looks fine. She looks like she always does. Except maybe the other eye's red now. It's a nice touch, even it out. Oh, yes. Jesus! What are you doing in here, Vega?
Has finished with this room?
Do you know who could have made such a mess of this room?
Miss Adams, sir. We were given orders to leave the room as it was, so as not to rush her.
Did she have a fight with someone to get the room into this state?
Wait, is that on
Not
the
that I know
cardinal's
of,
hand
sir.
right there?
Miss Adams would sometimes throw a tantrum, during which she would destroy anything that came to hand. Lord Mortimer told us not to enter the room.
Thanks for that information.
Yeah.
You are welcome, sir. Has finished with this room?
No, I haven't gone over
I
it.
haven't even looked at it.
Sir,
I'm done with
may
this
take
room. I
his
know
time.
who it is.
Then, sir,
It's
would
that
like to
dodgy
leave.
shit
Sir has only
outside.
to tell me.
Is this the same?
My dear Elizabeth.
Yeah, these are probably all the same. Oh, this was new, hey? What's this busted-ass clock doing on the
Clock
ground?
stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
If it was smashed during the murder. Okay,
That would clear
we have a
Emily de
dead
facto
clock at
because she was still with
3:54.
me at the time.
Emily couldn't have done it, but her sister could have done it. You didn't think of that, did you?
A pentagram. What the hell's been going on here?
Let's see. Yeah, good thing I got all these level 0 to examine.
Contrary to what most people believe, a pentagram's not there to conjure up, I don't know what evil or demonic creature. With the point toward the top, the pentagram is an ancient symbol of protection against evil. Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could
Pentagram's a
Elizabeth
very
have been
powerful
sacrificed
tool.
during an occult ritual?
It's a...
I wonder if Elizabeth's death has anything at all to do with this pentagram. If a ritual went wrong and degenerated, Elizabeth would probably have been killed in the center of the pentagram, not 3 meters from
Assuming
here.
it works.
That's strange.
So I made a 0 connection there, really. I guess we're saying the pentagram has nothing to do with it.
Vials of laudanum.
Yeah, I don't have any
The
science
label shows that this
know-how.
laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
Washington didn't know about her until that very moment, right? And he had to find out if it was her. Why would Washington be involved? Unless, like, within a day, that day, he contacted John Adams somehow and had started sending shit over. I don't think he's involved at all.
The handprint on the handle is really small. I can't imagine a man with a hand that size. It must be from a woman's hand.
See? Mother. Can I examine other parts of the knife?
The blade is short and thin. Well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh. The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood.
Yes.
The murderer gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it.
Except there's blood
The
all over
handprint
it.
indicates a small and slender hand.
Did that shifty guy outside have small, slender hands?
Knocked over a bottle of wine.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I'll just smell it. I can't analyze the smell, but I'll just smell it.
What kind of plunk is that? Hey, it's a Bordeaux. That's a Chateau de Briand. It's a great wine. I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
Let's see. Whoa, there's something over here.
Blood spatter indicates that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack.
But with the
Even
furniture
if
there,
Elizabeth
how?
wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
Small, slender hands and overpowering? And, like, if they were held up against this wall, like, look, there's furniture and stuff in the way. These things just don't add up in my head. I will say, though, her tattoos are rad. She's a Freemason? She was exiled from the normal world, like the social world or whatever, and kept in hiding as said she was dead or stillborn, but she's still a Freemason. Okay.
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax, with a lot of blood. On first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Now, the stab wounds... Oh. Yeah, I'll bop this.
It looks as though the wounds were inflicted from a precise angle, as if the murderer was standing behind Elizabeth.
Behind?
Some of these tattoos are veritable works of...
Because, like, if
that?
the stabs are violent,
Skin between her
then it
breasts
was
is
an
different.
act of passion.
Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by. It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
Huh. That's fucked. Okay, well, I'm not getting anything out of that. But if they're precise, then that means it's ritualistic. So they killed her with something else and then proceeded to stab in just the right places.
There are numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise.
Right.
There are also a number of old scars.
Could check with her neighbor, if the game lets me.
People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
Didn't we already just do the tattoos and the scars? I feel like we just went over this. Oh, look at that.
She had the Sigillum de Ameth tattooed on her, the symbol of the living God, written in the language of angels, according to believers. It is rare for someone to know about symbols like this at her age, unless her mother was a tutor.
Or your mother, the one that saw her all the time. Well, I have zero idea about any of these, so I'm actually useless here.
Scarring, ugh. Scarring isn't very regular, but they're mostly from old cuts.
Alright, so we've done the arms and the upper body, head. Do we see any blunt
no
force
sign
trauma?
of bruising on the skull?
Nope.
The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that.
Only now am
That's
I truly
torture.
understanding the pain she was
She also
put
has
through.
old scars around the neck, maybe mutilations. She bled from the nose.
Yeah. My last
There's
point.
signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising. There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of
Oh,
bruising.
either one would do. That's nice. So, wait, what did you
There's
say?
signs of bleeding, but
There are
I don't
signs
see
of
any
bleeding,
traces
but
of
we don't see any
bruising.
bruising, so we don't know why she's bleeding. Okay. Mouth is also bleeding, but
What a strange
is it
smell.
that stuff you put in your mouth? I know that smell, but I don't. A smell common at the court of a king, but I don't have enough points. Crap, I'm out of effort!
No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol.
I know that, thankfully.
Pinnacle's a trap. The wearers of the pinnacle thought that they were protected from evil by surrounding it inside the different circles of the pinnacle.
Okay. And legs.
Blood, but
Or I
no
have
trace
hands
of blows on the
also.
legs.
There's evidence of sexual assault, but I won't know.
More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her
Each
body.
tattoo means something. Ah, the brother flowers. They're contacting me.
More
Their
tattoos,
spirit running through my
similar to
body.
those on the rest of her body. No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. This pinnacle's a trap.
Wait, I already did this.
The wearers of the pinnacle thought that they were protected from evil
Thought
by surrounding it inside the
Whatever.
different circles of the pinnacle.
Alright, I've done everything I need here on this body. Time to investigate other things. Didn't examine that blood pile.
Poor girl bled to death.
Yeah, she did. She bled this room to death. It was
Whoever left
salvageable
that
up till
footprint
now.
has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15.
Jesus!
Where's a size like that here? Peru?
Peru. Who's that? Is that who I think it is? Where is no, not you. You. But you're saying you ain't. Oh wait, Peru. The big guy. Yeah, he's acting shifty outside the room, and Peru's a big man.
Washington, maybe.
I'm telling you, it's not
Oh, girl
Washington,
bled
and
to
I
death.
accidentally clicked it again. Gosh darn it, diddly dang!
Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet.
I'm gonna
That's
be
at
shocked
least a
again.
size 15.
Size
Where's a
15.
size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
I super don't think it was Washington. The game wants to push me that way, and I super don't believe it. Is there any other evidence on this side?
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages.
Nah, I don't
Not
know.
too easy to work
Nothing
out.
there. A gun? That's Peru's gun, isn't it? I know
Pistol?
that for a fact because
Fairly
he
new,
pulled
I'd
it on
say.
me.
And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Could that be the gun? Wait, what if that's the gun? What if Peru's gun is the gun that was loaded on the
Tribute
dog?
engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France.
Son of a bitch, it's Peru's gun.
There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there.
But there's no evidence of a gunshot here.
It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean.
Right, the gun wasn't even shot.
Isn't
This was
loaded,
planted.
And there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. Right. I shall have to find its owner.
So it's probably Peru's gun. But I don't think he did it at this point, because that looks planted as hell. That being said, Peru's feet are here. What if somebody killed... Small, slender hands killed her. But his feet, Peru's big-ass level 15s, are walking off towards there, and he places... What if he's taking the fall for somebody? You know who has small, slender hands? Napoleon Bonaparte. Small, slender hands. And he's gonna make his boy Peru take the fall. Oh wow, she had a pentagram made out of rope and everything. Oh, they almost didn't see that corner.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
I guess this will do. Is there anything else I can look at for this clock, or is it just gonna establish time of death again?
Clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Okay.
That would clear Emily de facto because she was still with me at the time.
Like I said, it'll clear one Emily de facto. I've got all the facts I can get here. I have no more effort.
Has Sir finished with
I
this
know
one?
enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Fuck, what a servant's job, eh? So where's Peru? Peru's not an easy man to track down, because I haven't seen his name on any of these doors. Let's see who we can meet.
President George Washington.
Alright, Washington, I gotta clear you. By taking all your shit. Oh, what's that? Yeah, gold.
Map of Vermont.
He's got all this stuff. I wonder if they furnish this place themselves. I'm pretty sure the Lord sets it up for us. He's like, oh, you know what Washington would love? Pictures of his home country. And his feelings of patriotism realized. Oh, that would be great. Here. Dang it. Can't just steal from everyone. I have no effort left.
Portrait of George Washington.
Oh, I got jelly, but I'm not willing to lose it here.
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
Whatever.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage.
Okay, so a guy named William's trying to get him to do big things. Big dick people.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's
I
dead?
don't think it's
I know,
Washington.
Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
I may be staring at him, sir. Let's see.
Tell me, Mr. President, had you spoken to Elizabeth since your arrival? You know her father. You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself.
Why would he feel
You
so
couldn't have
strongly
known
about
that
it
her
if she
days
was
were numbered.
stillborn? You know, it's like the baby came, the baby went. Stillborns weren't exactly, you know, uncommon.
Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes, she came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
So you did talk to her.
Do you take it regularly, Mr. President?
Unfortunately, I do, Louis. I still suffer from a terrible toothache, and it's not likely to get any better.
It's just for that, then.
Old
Right.
age, my young friend. I don't wish it upon you, but you'll soon see. At my age, it's rare to have no problems in that domain.
And do you take a lot?
A moderate amount, Louis. Only the dosage indicated on the prescription of
I
my
know
doctor.
the only thing that's making me think that that's a valid thing for him to say is the fact that, like the whole wooden teeth thing. That thing, it wasn't even one teeth. It was like made out of other people's teeth.
Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Peru, but that case was closed, if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened, and I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks.
I'm about to go give Peru the business, alright?
Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
I can't like that.
Yes, Lord Mortimer has a talent for healing, apparently. I'm not surprised Sir Gregory advised her to come.
Agreed. Mr. President, we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe,
Let
I
me
hope.
see them kicks.
That's all I wear.
No, rest assured. It looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
You're not answering my question. And he turns away. He's like, I'm done with this conversation. Pretty sure Washington's clean on this. The only reason I think it's Bonaparte in Peru is, well, I think it's Peru somehow, but I don't understand why he would frame himself. Unless Bonaparte wants him to take the fall for it. And all I have to do is confirm that Bonaparte has indeed very tiny hands. And if he does, then I'm in. Because he could have killed her. But then there's the new problem. Why the hell would Napoleon Bonaparte want that
That's
chick
me.
dead? I can't go into my own room. You're not allowed to go to your room right now, Mr. Devacha.
Duke Manuel Godoy,
Leave Godoy alone, even though you're pretty sure it's him.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough,
Emily! Emily, you're the murderer.
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess. Tending children at the orphanage in Harlem. I find it a little hard to understand this painting choice.
Oh, what's this?
Dear E,
E.
I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace.
E, so her sister.
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds. Painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
You wouldn't think that. It's disgusting today, I guess. Hello.
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language and all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it.
Hello, Emily. My bed is all disgusting now. I figure we could share.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily.
Why does she get the top?
Prime Minister of the United
Where's
Kingdom.
my
He
top?
has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but
This is on the
I
coin
wait
I
till he'll
just
recover
found?
from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty,
Alright. You can inform King of the Holy... You can inform King George of the Holy Father's backing. We shall assist you in financing recruitment regiments, blah, blah, to fight against France.
2 coils circle the lock.
I don't have a key for this one.
Queen Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there. From a letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister.
Ah,
This
I
letter dates
super
from 15
should,
years
but
ago now.
she's right
Madam,
there.
I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention.
She could have probably pulled something from that, but whatever.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's
Show
tragedy.
me your boots.
Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
Yeah, it's free, and she hates it.
Death came quickly. You can be assured of that.
If such a senseless act can happen here, then none of us is truly safe anywhere. Lord Mortimer must be mortified that one of his guests could have committed such an act, don't you think?
He is indeed
Mortimer
very
seems
upset about
super
it.
chill about everything.
It's
and
only
really
natural
getting
after
to me.
such a violent murder.
Violent? What do you mean?
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times.
Oh my God, Louis. How awful. The murderer must have had a serious grudge against her to set upon her
See,
like
that's
that.
what I was thinking.
It must have been a crime of passion. Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
You should know that.
Are you Lord Mortimer's
Lord Mortimer said he
now?
cleared it with all of his
I'm
guests.
doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
She was with me. Why would I force?
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each
Except
other?
the other one exists where they know they
I
kiss
must
their
admit,
spots.
Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by
No,
her
it did.
problems,
Only
and
I
as she wasn't
talked to her.
invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
We found the murder weapon.
I'm
What is
assuming
it?
it's a woman.
A dagger.
Damn it.
Quite slim.
Have you found its owner?
I have no idea
Not
anymore.
yet. Still searching as I
Unless
have.
she killed herself.
That said, since a blade penetrated the body several times, the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The
can
handprint
wash
was a
their
very
hands.
slender hand, Emily. Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us.
Yeah, there are like 3 women.
Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady.
You say-
What it means.
I know, Emily. I know.
Keep up your courage, Louis. I'm sure there's an explanation.
So
You're
it could've been
bound to
my
shed
mother.
some light on it all.
But the
If
boot
what
thing
you
doesn't
say
make
is
any
true,
sense.
Emily, I'm less and less enthusiastic about shedding any light on the subject. I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
Ugh. Getting no closer to the answers.
William Pitt, the Elder, Earl of Chatham.
I'm
worked
collecting
for
all
the
these
Sun.
pieces, but nothing's coming together.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yes! Mr. Bonaparte! We have discussions. Jacques Napoleon. Look at you, sad sap. Don't even notice me snooping through all your stuff. Is this the new letter?
My dearest son,
No. And then I've
a
already
beautiful
examined the
weapon.
blade.
Lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles. There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
So his gun is missing.
My dear Napoleon,
Is Peru
as
trying to set him?
previously
It doesn't make any
agreed,
sense.
I would like
The
to
boots
ask you
are
to
throwing
join
me.
us in January on my island to participate.
Ah! Dang it. I've got all the golden elixir in the world. Alright, I guess it's time to haze him. I'll even blow the jelly for this. He's gotta give me something. Please.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
I see you're busy sulking in the corner.
As any good soldier would, I
Right.
Imagine you own a firearm.
Where's your gun?
May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry
He's got
such
his
an
gun
arsenal.
on him.
Thank you.
He's got his gun on him. It's Peru's gun again, then, or something, right? It's a French gun. It's for the Liberation Army.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
Who with?
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Right.
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
I'm gonna go cross-reference that with Washington.
And His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Did any of you leave during the game?
I like
Not
how
that I know of,
George
monsieur.
Washington the benefit of
I
doubt, but
didn't
I'm
exactly
jumping on
spend my
Napoleon's
time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
Oh, you're an avid gambler. All right.
What time did the game
when did the
end?
game end?
I can't say exactly.
Give me an
As
rough
for
estimate.
me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I
he was
preferred
available
to go up
during
to
the
bed.
murder if the murder
On your way
happened
up to
at
bed,
3:45.
did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No.
Okay. Let's see. So he owns a pistol. Yeah, he was? He was seen lurking? Oh.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room.
I didn't see him
Can
lurking.
you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot.
Oh.
I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Is he sincere? But that's psychology. And Bonaparte actually is probably fine with psychology, okay?
I've been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying. Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. It must surely be
Okay,
his
so that
military
gives a lot.
side.
That right there will give me
I
a
wish
lot
they
of
all could be
credibility
like
what he's
that.
saying.
My investigation would be finished already.
Okay, so at that point I honestly believe he went to bed after midnight. He's got his gun. He knows nothing about it. He was worried for her.
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Go back to sulking
Exactly.
in the corner.
Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
What the hell's Peru? I'm gonna take Napoleon off my list. Only because the investigation proved
So
it.
Jacques Peru?
Peru! I don't think I've been in his room. Oh, hello, Peru.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
That
Greetings.
voice!
It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell
Sure
me?
you're not American?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
It's never too late, sir. If you have something to
Wait,
say,
I bet he's immune.
now
Oh no, it's a
is the
vulnerability.
time.
You don't understand. Everything's already written. It's over.
Why is he behaving like the perfect culprit?
Right.
What is it that's already written? I'm not sure I follow you.
He's
No.
framed.
You don't.
You stand there, sir.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Don't have that key. I got a tear-shaped one. But I can bust into it, but I'd really rather not.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
This one's just straight. Yeah, but... Oh, it's probably an item, though.
It's great. Honey.
Worth. 100% worth. Nom 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 nom. Unless it was sweet amber. Book. Daily record of the secret police. Dang.
Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it.
This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
That's all, I'll just take it. It wasn't lying around, you hack. It was peruse.